Thanks for being with us. I'm Ashley Rowe.
And I'm Dan Haggerty. WRAL's Eric Miller has been digging into this for us today. Joins us live from the governor's mansion in Raleigh. Do we get a sense of how often this type of ticket splitting happens here?
Well, Dan, what happened last night, certainly no surprise to longtime political observers. They point out this kind of ticket splitting actually goes back decades here in North Carolina, with a particular preference for putting a Republican in the White House and a Democrat in the governor's mansion. It's a vote that caught some people off guard. North Carolina going for both Donald Trump and Josh Stein.
It just doesn't seem like their policies really match up.
It's a surprising split that experts say has a long history.
That was the norm of North Carolina politics. We would vote Republican at the federal level. We would generally tend to vote Democratic at the state level.
In a state as closely divided as North Carolina, Catawba College's Dr. Michael Bitzer says it doesn't take much to swing a race one way or another.
This very small sliver, 6% or typically less, of swing voters bouncing down the ballot. I think that this will continue into the future, but, every election is different.
But who are these switchers? Political analyst David McLennan says switchers tend to come from places like Nash County, not quite urban, not quite rural.
They have a lot of minority voters. It's also kind of a economically diverse county. Granville is similar. And so I think there's something about the demographics that lead them to kind of split and to often switch.
And if you're watching the polls really closely before this election, you can actually see this coming. One poll from Emerson College just before this election showed about 8% of Donald Trump supporters plan to split their ticket and also vote for Stein as well. Interestingly, there was not really a reverse side to that, another side to that coin. Almost no Harris supporters plan to vote for Robinson. In Raleigh, Eric Miller, WRAL News.
All right, thanks.